fun day of Peppa with the super suction magnet. Today, Peppa looks really sad and has nothing to do. And then George arrives, sees her like that, and something surprising happens.
Hey! Huh?
Peppa is happy again with the super strong magnet.
Yahoo!
It can attract everything, and it's pulling something in. A golf club is being dragged along. And it has been pulled all the way over.
Whoa!
George happily takes out a golf ball, and the two of them start having fun together. The two of them go to the golf course. George places the golf ball down, and Peppa runs over and hits it high into the air. Yeah. The ball rolls down and stops right at the edge of the hole. How disappointing. Suddenly, a gust of wind blows, and the ball drops into the hole. Yeah, they're both so happy. What a fun day it's been for us, right, George?
Rescuing a kite stuck on power lines. Afternoon, an open lot near a residential area. Clear sky, a gentle breeze. The whole family stands on the grassy field. Dad holds the kite string reel. Mom stands beside him, looking up at the sky. The older sister holds the kite. The younger brother stands nearby, excited. The sister lifts the kite high. Dad gives a signal. The kite is released. It rises into the air, gliding smoothly with the wind. The younger brother runs in the kite's direction, laughing happily. The kite flies higher, sways gently. The kite drifts off course, heading toward the power lines. The kite gets caught on the power lines. The kite trembles lightly, hanging in midair. The whole family stops immediately. Dad raises his hand, signaling everyone to stay back. Dad looks around, spots a long wooden pole. Dad picks up the pole, lifts the pole, and gently nudges the kite string. The kite shakes hard, but it doesn't fall. Dad changes his position. Tries again. The kite is still stuck. It only sways slightly. Dad lowers the pole, shakes his head. Suddenly, a strong gust of wind blows. The kite is yanked hard by the wind, breaks free from the power lines, and shoots upward. The strong wind carries the kite for a short distance, then slowly fades. The kite wobbles, drops quickly. The younger brother stands below, raises both hands instinctively. The kite floats down and lands perfectly in his hands. The younger brother hugs the kite tightly, grinning brightly. The older sister claps. Mom exhales in relief. Dad sets the wooden pole down, smiling. The kite flying contest. The whole family walks out onto a wide open field. A gentle breeze blows, and the sky is clear blue. Dad carefully unfolds the kite, checking the frame and the string. Mom spreads a small mat on the ground, smiling, one hand shading her eyes as she looks up at the sky. The sister holds the kite string spool, her eyes focused, a little nervous. The younger brother hops around excitedly, hugging a kite almost as big as himself. Dad gives the signal. The younger brother runs forward, the kite dragging along the ground. The sister holds the string and slowly lets it out. Dad stands behind her, gently placing a hand on her shoulder, guiding each movement. Mom claps to cheer them on as the wind grows stronger. The kite lifts off the ground, trembling slightly, then drops back down. A sudden strong gust of wind blows. The kite shoots up into the sky. The younger brother runs too fast. The string pulls tight, and the kite drags him along without stopping. His feet slip slightly. He leans back but still refuses to let go of the string. The whole family gasps, then bursts out laughing. Mom runs after him a few steps. Dad reaches out to catch him, but the younger brother keeps getting pulled around in circles like an unwilling athlete. Stability and victory. At last, Dad quickly grabs the string. The sister plants her feet firmly and adjusts the rhythm of letting the string out. The younger brother finally stops, panting, then breaks into a wide grin. The kite gradually stabilizes, flying higher, flying straight. Gently gliding across the clear blue sky, the whole family lifts their heads to look up. Mom folds her arms, her face glowing with joy. Dad nods in satisfaction. The sister holds the string steadily, full of pride. The younger brother plops down on the ground, gazing up at the highest flying kite he has ever seen. The camera tilts up, following the kite. The kite grows smaller against the blue sky.
Peppa Pig and the doctor at the hospital! Today, Peppa Pig, George, and Mummy Pig are riding on Panda's bus. Everyone is chatting and laughing together. Soon, the bus arrives at the hospital. Peppa's family gets off the bus and waves goodbye to Panda. Oh, Mummy Pig is pregnant. Today, she has come to the hospital for a checkup. Peppa Pig and George follow her into the clinic. Wow! There are so many medicines and medical tools inside the room. Nurse Rabbit walks over to greet them. Peppa Pig and George are asked to wait outside in the hallway. While waiting, Peppa Pig and George start playing chase in the hallway. They run around happily. George jumps up onto a long bench. Oh no! George slips and falls down. Peppa quickly runs over to check on him. There is a small bump on George's leg. Just then, Dr. Dog walks over, holding a box of medicine. Dr. Dog smiles and invites Peppa Pig and George into the examination room. Inside the room, Nurse Rabbit and Mummy Pig are chatting happily when Dr. Dog arrives. Peppa Pig carries George and follows behind. George lies down on the examination chair so Dr. Dog can look at the injury. Dr. Dog takes out a special spray bottle. George feels a little scared. He closes his eyes and stretches out his leg. The spray medicine is gently sprayed onto the bump. Wow! The bump on George's leg quickly becomes smaller. Peppa Pig looks at George's worried face and giggles. George looks down at his leg. Oh, it already feels much better, and it doesn't hurt anymore. George happily thanks Dr. Dog. Everyone in the room laughs together. Doctors are wonderful.
Building a treehouse. One peaceful weekend morning in the backyard. Dad steps outside with a cup of water. He walks slowly, looking around. Suddenly, he stops. In front of him stands a large tree. Its trunk was cut long ago, leaving a strong base and thick branches. An idea appears. He walks back into the house. Mum is cleaning. Sister is reading a book. Little brother is playing on the floor. Dad gestures toward the garden, then draws the shape of a small house in the air. Everyone looks surprised, then smiles with excitement. Dad drives to bring back wooden boards and beams. Mum and sister prepare hammers, nails, rope, and measuring tape. Brother follows behind. Work begins. Dad measures the tree, marks the positions carefully. Mum holds the boards steady. Sister hands over nails and tools. Tap, tap, tap. The sound of hammering fills the sunny air. Slowly, the frame takes shape. A small wooden floor, 4 strong supports, a railing around it. Then comes a simple roof and tiny wooden windows. By afternoon, the treehouse is complete. The family stands below, looking up. Their eyes shine with pride. Dad climbs first, carefully, step by step. Mum follows. Sister holds brother's hand as they climb together. Inside, it feels warm and cozy. Sunlight streams through the window, drawing soft lines on the floor. Mum spreads a small cloth, places snacks, fruit, and drinks. Sister arranges cushions in the corner. Brother sits by the window, watching the garden. Dad sits in the middle, laugh and chat happily.
One afternoon, Little Pig is playing alone in the bedroom. Little Pig opens an old book. A piece of paper falls out of the book. Little Pig's eyes widen.
Oh.
A red X is drawn on the map.
Yippee!
Little Pig puts on a hat and backpack. Little Pig sneaks into the yard. Big Pig sister notices and follows quietly. Little Pig compares the map with the yard. Little Pig counts each step. Little Pig stops near a tree. Little Pig starts digging. Dirt flies everywhere as Little Pig digs faster. Little Pig hits something hard.
Yeah.
Big Pig sister runs over. A small old box appears.
Wow.
Little Pig slowly opens the box. Inside are candies and old toys. Little Pig looks confused, then laughs. Mom and Dad Pig arrive. It turns out to be Mom and Dad's childhood treasure. The family sits together, looking through the box. Little Pig shares the candies with everyone. The greatest treasure is not gold or jewels, but imagination, laughter, and moments shared with family.
Hooray!
Peppa goes swimming. One sunny afternoon, Peppa's family goes to the swimming pool. Peppa and George are very excited because Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig are taking them swimming. As soon as they arrive, Peppa and George happily jump into the pool with a big splash. At first, they have lots of fun, but after a short time, Peppa and George start to feel itchy. Daddy Pig quickly lifts them out of the pool and helps them wash with clean water. Peppa and George are no longer itchy and are safe. Mummy Pig gently reminds them, next time, we should check if the pool water is clean before jumping in. Peppa then says, let's clean the pool. Peppa and Daddy Pig run to get cleaning tools, and the whole family works together to scrub and disinfect the pool. Daddy Pig used the cleaning brush very professionally. In no time at all, the pool was sparkling clean. Mummy Pig carefully sprayed the entire pool with disinfectant spray. Soon, the pool becomes clean and sparkling, ready for a fun and safe swim. Peppa and George were all smiles, looking forward to a fun swimming session.
Trip to the farm, morning at the farm. The whole family steps out of the car, looking at the lush green fields. The older sister and younger sibling take a deep breath, their eyes shining. Mom hands the seeds to Dad, points to the garden bed.
Let's go!
Dad rolls up his sleeves and nods with determination. The sister and siblings spot the chickens and cows, point excitedly. Dad and Mom. Dad digs a bit too hard. Dirt splashes onto his shirt. Mom neatly sows the seeds, adjusting the vegetable rows. The younger sibling scatters grain for the chickens. The chickens rush over, clucking. The older sister carries a bucket of grass for the cows. The cows lower their heads and eat slowly. The two kids laugh with delight. Suddenly, a camel walks over from somewhere. The youngest gets scared and steps back. The youngest turns and runs away, and the animal runs after them. At a corner wall, the youngest has nowhere else to go and stands still, eyes closed. Suddenly, the camel slows down, stops, and eats the handful of grass in the youngest's hand. It turns out it was only following because of the food. The youngest pats its head, and the older brother runs over to play too. Scene change. Mom and Dad stand happily, watching the two kids play with the livestock. The kids ride on the camel's back, strolling around the farm. A chicken suddenly flies over, lands on the camel's head, and crows loudly. The siblings burst into laughter. After a while, Mom and Dad return to the vegetable garden. The kids hop down and walk over as well. The whole family works together. Dad carries a basket of vegetables. Mom waters the plants. The older sister closes the chicken coop gate. She neatly places the feed bucket. Everyone looks at each other and nods in satisfaction. The family sits resting under a tree. Chickens peck at grain nearby. Cows chew grass slowly. Dad gives a thumbs up. The whole family smiles happily.
A small trip to the market. In the late afternoon, the whole family went to the market together. The air was lively, filled with voices, footsteps, and the gentle clatter of goods being arranged. Mum carefully chose fresh vegetables, checking each bundle with a thoughtful look. Dad stopped by the fish stalls, comparing sizes and freshness, while the sister wandered around the fruit stands, picking out bright oranges and sweet-smelling apples. The little brother followed behind, his small steps quick and curious, occasionally stopping to stare at colourful candies and quietly asking for a treat. Dad would pretend to shake his head, trying to look serious, saying no at first. The little boy would pout slightly, his eyes full of hope. Then, when no one was looking, Dad would secretly slip a small candy into his hand, making him beam with delight. The sister noticed and laughed softly, while Mum shook her head in amusement. Simple moments like these filled the busy market with warmth and gentle joy. As the shopping bags slowly filled up, their hands grew heavier, but their hearts felt light. They walked side by side through the narrow streets, chatting about dinner plans, school stories, and small things from the day. The sound of their footsteps mixed with laughter and casual conversation, creating a comforting rhythm on the way home. That small trip to the market, with its simple tasks and playful moments, turned into a precious family memory. One made not from grand adventures, but from shared time, gentle care, and the quiet happiness of being together.
One quiet afternoon, Big Pig and Little Pig are inside the house. At the same time, Daddy Pig and Mummy Pig are standing outside the door. Daddy Pig presses the doorbell. But inside the house, Big Pig and Little Pig hear nothing. Outside, Daddy Pig presses the doorbell again. Inside the house, Little Pig turns on a musical toy.
Aha!
Outside, Daddy Pig presses the doorbell again and again. But inside the house, the music is louder than the doorbell. Outside, Daddy Pig gently knocks on the door. Inside the house, Big Pig accidentally turns the toy off.
Sorry.
And at that exact moment, the doorbell rings again. And that is why the doorbell was never broken. The house was just too noisy to hear it. On the weekend, Dad Pig promises to take the two sisters to buy toys.
Yahoo!
The family arrives at a colorful toy store. Little Pig runs to the toy car section. Big Sister Pig chooses a building block set. Dad Pig agrees to buy one toy for each child. The family brings the toys to the checkout counter. The cashier announces the total amount. Dad Pig checks one pocket, then another. He realizes his wallet is not with him. Little Pig's eyes widen. Dad Pig remembers leaving the wallet on the table at home. Little Pig looks at the toy sadly. Mom Pig gently explains they need to go back home first. Little Pig slowly places the toy back on the shelf. The family leaves the store. On the way home, Dad Pig apologizes for forgetting. Big Sister Pig suggests checking pockets before leaving next time. Little Pig nods in agreement. At home, Dad Pig finds the wallet on the table. Dad Pig holds up the wallet. The family decides to return to the toy store. Little Pig runs inside with excitement.
Yippee!
This time, Dad Pig pays successfully. A small mistake can delay a happy plan, but staying calm and fixing it together brings the joy back again.
A day of caring for the little brother. Early in the morning, the little brother woke up looking tired and weak. His face was pale and his movements were slow. Mum gently placed her hand on his forehead and realized that he had a slight fever. Without hesitation, the family immediately changed all their plans for the day. Nothing mattered more than taking care of him. Mum went into the kitchen to cook a warm bowl of porridge, filling the house with a gentle, comforting smell. Dad carefully prepared warm water and medicine, moving quietly so as not to disturb the calm. The sister sat beside the bed, holding a storybook and reading softly, hoping her gentle voice would help him relax. The little brother lay still, listening to her soothing voice. Now and then, he gave a faint smile, his eyes slowly blinking with sleepiness. Dad patiently fed him spoonfuls of porridge, while Mum wiped the sweat from his forehead with a warm cloth. The usual busy rhythm of the house slowed down, replaced by a peaceful silence and tender care. By the afternoon, he began to feel better and was able to sit up, quietly gazing out the window. Soft sunlight streamed into the room, spreading a warm glow across his face. The air felt lighter, and everyone let out a quiet sigh of relief. Smiles slowly returned, and the gentle atmosphere filled the space once more. In that simple moment, the family realized something precious. Nothing in the world was more valuable than being together, healthy, safe, and surrounded by love. It was an ordinary day, yet it became a memory filled with warmth, gratitude, and deep family affection.
Peppa Pig's Crazy Computer Adventure. Peppa goes into the study. Let's see what the little pig discovers. Hick, Peppa is bored. No games at all. Oh my! The computer is suddenly sparking with yellow lightning. I wonder what mystery is about to appear. The vortex has caught Peppa. The little pig is being pulled into the mysterious world inside the computer. Welcome to the computer world. What magical feast is about to happen? Night Peppa is exploring in the garden. What will happen next? Yahoo! George suddenly turns into a giant lizard rising from the grass. Wow! Peppa has just discovered a beautiful park with all kinds of rides. Giant George appears on the playground. Peppa is astonished. The green spring-loaded frog is bouncing with anticipation for little footsteps.
Uh-oh.
Let's slide. Peppa is sliding down into the soft sand, and Susie is excitedly cheering.
Whoa.
Yahoo! Giant George appears and also wants to slide down the blue slide. Yippee! Today is a wonderful day. Everyone is playing very happily together in the park.
Peppa goes shopping. Today, Peppa and her family are going to the supermarket. They are excited to buy some tasty snacks. First, they look at the fresh fruits. George loves bananas. Peppa picks her favorite apple. So many candies and cookies to choose from. Peppa chooses star-shaped cookies. George finds some gummy bears. Mummy Pig reminds them to buy something healthy too. Popcorn for a movie night. George adds some potato chips. The basket is getting full. Now it's time to pay. The cashier scans all the snacks. Mummy Pig pays at the counter. They leave happily with their shopping bags. Oh, what a fun trip to the supermarket! The race on the sand. An afternoon at the beach. The sky is clear. Waves gently lap the shore. The wide beach stretches out, still marked with footprints left by people who passed by earlier. The whole family stands near the water's edge. Dad bends down, using a stick to draw you a long line in the sand. He stands up straight and raises his hand, signaling the starting line. Mom and the sister step into position. The sister warms up her legs, bouncing lightly. Mom smiles, hands on her hips. Ready? The younger brother stands right at the line, crouching low, his eyes full of mischief. Getting ready, the family lines up side by side. Dad raises his hand high. Suddenly, the younger brother dashes off early, before Dad's hand even comes down. The sister's eyes widen. Mom bursts out laughing. Dad turns, pointing in surprise. Cheating! And the price! The younger brother runs a few steps. The soft sand sinks under his feet. His steps wobble. Bam! He tumbles onto the sand. Sand clings to his clothes. His hair a mess. He sits up, a little stunned. The family rushes over. The sister reaches him first. She helps him sit up, brushing sand off his clothes. Mom kneels down, brushing away the sand while checking on him. Her worried look quickly turns to relief. Dad arrives last, putting on a stern face for a moment. Then bursting into loud laughter. The younger brother looks at everyone, then grins too, shy and embarrassed. Ending. The family gathers again at the starting line. This time, everyone stands properly in place. The younger brother looks at Dad, raising his hand to ask for the signal. The sound of the waves mixes with bright laughter. Final frame. The family standing on the beach. The marks of a fall still in the sand, but joy filling the air. One calm evening, The pig family is sitting in the living room. Daddy Pig is holding the TV remote. After a while, Daddy Pig puts the remote down.
Hey!
When it's time to change the channel, the remote is gone. Big Pig starts helping. Little Pig climbs down to the floor. Mummy Pig stands up and observes. And the remote is nowhere to be found. Daddy Pig lifts the cushions one by one. Big Pig shakes a sofa cushion. Mummy Pig lifts the cushion high. No one notices. Daddy Pig keeps searching. Daddy Pig reaches into his pocket. And that's why sometimes lost things are simply walking around with us. Let's protect the environment together. One morning, Peppa and George play in the garden. But oh no, the garden is messy. Peppa and George don't like a dirty garden. Daddy Pig shows them recycling bins. Plastics go into the recycling bin. And paper goes into the other bin. They collect all the rubbish together. Daddy Pig is proud of them. Now the garden is clean again. Let's protect the environment together. One afternoon, the two pig sisters are playing together. Little Pig Sister is playing with her favorite toy. Big Pig Sister notices the toy. Both sisters grab the same toy. The toy drops to the floor. The sisters look at each other. Little Pig Sister turns away. Big Pig Sister crosses her arms. The room becomes very quiet. Little Pig Sister plays alone. Big Pig Sister also plays separately. Dad Pig notices something is wrong. Mom Pig gently calls both sisters over. The sisters sit facing each other. Dad Pig explains the importance of sharing. Mom Pig suggests playing together. Little Pig Sister looks at the toy. Big Pig sister gently pushes the toy toward her. Little Pig sister looks up. She shares the toy back. The sisters sit closer together. The atmosphere becomes warm again. Mom and Dad Pig watch proudly. In every family, small disagreements may happen, but listening, sharing, and kindness help bring everyone closer again.
Peppa's surprise night, discovering a secret. On a lovely full moon night, Peppa and George are sleeping peacefully and dreaming a beautiful dream. Suddenly, a little noise wakes Peppa up. "George, wake up!" Peppa whispers softly. The strange noise happens again, and Peppa decides to go and investigate herself. George follows Peppa quietly behind. The toys have come to life!
Yeah.
Peppa and George peek at each other, then slowly walk in to see what's happening. When the toys see them, they quickly pretend to stop moving. Peppa and George have discovered the secret! Come on, let's wake up and play together! Let's play a puzzle game together. George suddenly has an idea and a big puzzle appears. Everyone takes a red square and places it into the empty space.
Hooray! Wow!
One by one, everyone fills in their piece. And at last, the puzzle is complete. Ha ha ha! That was really fun, wasn't it, George? What a wonderful and exciting night we had today! Yay!
One day at school. Today, Peppa and her friends are having a fun day at school. Let's join them! It's a bright and happy morning at school. Peppa and her friends are excited to start the day. Today, they are learning new and fun things. Peppa loves to answer questions. Everyone wants to join in the lesson. The classroom is filled with laughter. It's time for playtime.
Whoa! Yahoo!
It's lunchtime now. Everyone has a tasty lunch. What a lovely day at school. Goodbye, everyone. Peppa helps the old man cross the street. Today, Peppa and George are walking with Daddy Pig. They see a little old man waiting by the road. Peppa wants to help. With Daddy Pig's guidance, Peppa and George get ready to cross. Daddy Pig helps stop the traffic. The cars stop to let them cross safely. Peppa and George walk slowly with the little old man. Peppa very happy. Do you like helping people too? Today, Peppa and her family are going on a very special adventure under the sea. They've heard about a mysterious race, the seahorse car race. The special seahorses are getting their racing cars ready. Each one looks unique, from bubbly cars to shiny seashell racers. The race begins, and the seahorse cars dash quickly. Swishing through seaweed and dodging jellyfish drifting around. Oh no! One racer is stuck in an old fishing net.
Oh.
But thanks to the helpful rescue whale, the race goes on. Across the finish line they go. No one wins alone. Everyone celebrates together. Yay! Peppa and George had such a special day under the sea. Would you like to join the seahorse car race with Peppa too? Peppa's music class. A bright morning shines through the window of the music room. Peppa and her friends hurry inside, full of excitement. Miss Gazelle enters, smiling gently as she rings a tiny bell. Everyone sits down, eyes filled with curiosity. A big box opens. Inside are colorful instruments. Peppa spots a red guitar and gasps with joy. Danny taps a drum. Boom, boom. Rebecca blows the trumpet. Toot! What a funny sound! Laughter fills the room like music itself. Miss Gazelle raises her hand, keeping a soft rhythm. Peppa strums her little guitar proudly. Danny plays faster. The beat gets lively. Susie shakes her tambourine with a happy grin. Together they create a cheerful, messy melody. Colorful notes float in the air like bubbles. The music slowly fades into a calm tune. Miss Gazelle smiles, clapping her hands softly. The children bow together, their hearts full of joy. As the bell rings, Peppa waves goodbye, her little guitar still shining in the sun.
Building a mini hot air balloon. A quiet afternoon in the yard. Dad is fixing an old fan. The little brother is playing with a plastic bag, blowing it up and letting it float. The bag rises for a moment, then falls. The boy watches it carefully. His eyes light up. He runs to Dad, points at the sky, then points at the plastic bag. Dad pauses and thinks. Mum and sister look over, curious. The family starts collecting materials. Old fabric is brought out. Colourful plastic bags are stacked together. The fan is cleaned. Tape and strings are spread across the floor. Dad cuts the fabric. Mum sews the edges. Sister measures and writes notes. Brother holds things and passes the tape. Slowly, the fabric becomes a big round shape. Plastic bags are attached underneath. The small fan is fixed at the opening. The sun begins to set. A gentle breeze blows. They carry the balloon to the rooftop. Dad checks the strings. Mum holds the body. Sister prepares a timer. Brother stands ready, eyes wide. Dad turns on the fan. Air flows inside. The balloon slowly expands. It sways in the wind. Everyone holds their breath. Dad releases his hands. The mini balloon lifts, slowly, rising off the ground. Brother jumps with joy. Sister claps. Mum smiles with her hand over her mouth. Dad watches proudly. They bring out chairs, sit together on the rooftop. The sky turns orange and pink. Clouds drift slowly. Cool air flows. Brother leans on Mum's shoulder. Sister rests near Dad. Dad points at the sky. They all look up together.
Mom's fish dish. A quiet midday at home. Dad and the little brother sit on the floor. From the kitchen, Mom is cooking. Steam rises, and the smell of food spreads through the house. Dad breathes in softly, turns toward the kitchen, his eyes lighting up. Mom steps out, wiping her hands on her apron. She looks at Dad and gestures. We need fish. Dad runs to the corner of the house and grabs the fishing rod. Dad gets into the car, ready to start the engine. The little brother stands in the yard, hesitates for a second, then runs after him, raising his hand to ask to come along. Dad looks into the rearview mirror. The car stops. Dad opens the door, bends down, and nods for him to get in. The car rolls away from the house. A quiet afternoon. The father and son arrive at a small fishing pond. The father sets down a chair and casts his fishing line into the water. The son stands behind him, curiously watching the float. The float stays still, not moving. The father looks at the float and lets out a light sigh. The son tilts his head, looking around the surface of the pond. He walks over and picks up a branch by the shore. He snaps off a few twigs and ties on a simple string. The son squats down and lowers his homemade fishing rod into the water. The father glances over and smiles. The homemade float trembles slightly. The son startles, gripping it tightly with both hands. Splash! A fish jumps out of the water. The father jumps up and runs over to help. The two laugh loudly and hug in excitement. The father holds the fish. The son carries a small bucket. They leave the pond together, walking away full of enthusiasm. Back home, the mother stands at the stove, frying the fish until golden and crispy. The whole family sits around the table. Father, mother, and son eat together, smiling, warm and happy. Park. Cleanup day. The air is cool. Soft sunlight filters through the trees. A narrow path curves around the green lawn with a few people strolling by. Mom carries a small trash bag and walks toward a public trash bin. She opens the lid, getting ready to throw the trash inside. Suddenly, a car drives up. Its wheel hits a rock on the road. The car swerves slightly. Bam! The car crashes into the trash bin by the roadside. The bin tips over. Trash scatters everywhere across the path and the grass. Mom is startled and freezes for a few seconds. She looks around, seeing trash spread all over. Mom quickly turns toward the lawn. She runs back to where the family is sitting. Dad, the sister, and the younger brother follow her gaze. The whole family stands up immediately. Starting the cleanup, Dad heads back to the car and takes out a large bag. He opens it wide, ready to collect the trash. The sister carries a small grabber stick. She bends down, picking up each piece of trash and placing it into the bag carefully and neatly. The younger brother runs around behind them. He picks up anything he sees, holding piles of trash in both hands. Sometimes things fall, and he bends down to pick them up again, leaving nothing behind. Mom picks up trash near the path. As she cleans, she keeps an eye on the surroundings to make sure no one trips. Dad's trash bag gradually fills up. He switches hands and wipes the sweat from his forehead. The sister walks over and empties the trash from her grabber into the bag. Dad and daughter look at each other and nod. The younger brother runs over with a large piece of trash. Dad bends down to help him put it into the bag. Mom gathers the last bits of trash on the grass. The park slowly becomes clean again. The whole family stands beside the trash bin, now set upright again. The large trash bag is tied tightly. Paper boat day. The river flows slowly, sunlight shimmering on the water. The whole family sits together by the riverbank. Colorful sheets of paper lie in front of each person, folding the boats. The older sister sits upright, folding her paper carefully. The creases are neat and straight, forming a small, well-balanced boat. Dad holds a larger sheet of paper. He folds slowly, using firm hands. His boat turns out big and sturdy, with a wide base. The younger brother sits nearby, struggling a bit. One side folds crooked, the other gets wrinkled. His boat looks misshapen, with a bent tip and uneven sides. The younger brother looks at his boat, then at the other two. He scratches his head shyly. Mom sits behind them, watching everything, smiling gently. The family stands up and walks closer to the water. The 3 paper boats are placed carefully on the river's surface. Dad gives a signal with his eyes. All 3 gently release their boats at the same time. The boats begin to drift with the current. Watching closely, the sisters' boat moves straight and steady, but slowly. Dad's boat is heavier, stable, but it doesn't go very far. The younger brother's boat wobbles at first. Everyone thinks it might sink soon. Suddenly, a small current nudges the crooked boat toward the middle of the river. It glides faster, pulling ahead of the others. The younger brother's eyes widen. He runs along the riverbank, following his boat. The sister and dad stop and stare. They look at each other in surprise. The younger brother's boat travels the farthest, becoming a tiny dot in the distance. The younger brother jumps up, pointing excitedly. The sister laughs. Dad claps loudly. Mom steps closer and gently pats the younger brother's head. The whole family stands together, clapping and laughing happily. The afternoon sun paints the riverbank in warm gold. Forgot the way home after school. Afternoon, at the school gate. Students gradually head home. The older sister and younger brother walk out together. Each carries a backpack. Their faces relaxed after a long school day. They walk along their familiar route. After a short distance, they stop. The younger brother points into the distance. Arrow toward the park. The sister looks that way, hesitates for a moment, then nods. Afternoon at the park. Soft sunlight, cool breeze. The siblings run to the slide area. The younger brother climbs up first, slides down quickly, laughing loudly. The sister stands at the top, slides down more slowly. They play again and again. Sweat beads on their faces. But they're having lots of fun. After that, they run to an ice cream cart near the park. Each holds an ice cream cone. They sit down on a stone bench. The younger brother eats while swinging his legs. The sister eats slowly, looking around. Time passes. Meanwhile, at home. Dad looks at the wall clock, worried because the kids haven't returned. Mom and Dad hurry out of the house. At the park, they walk in quickly, looking around the playground. No sign of the kids. Dad looks toward the grass. Mom looks toward the slide. Then, Mom suddenly stops. She sees the 2 siblings sitting on a stone bench, each holding an ice cream. The younger brother is smiling brightly. The sister wipes her hands as the ice cream melts. Mom and Dad freeze for a moment. Dad lets out a sigh of relief. Mom places a hand on her chest. The siblings look up and see their parents. The younger brother jumps to his feet. The sister stands up too. Dad walks over and sits down beside them. Mom stands nearby, shaking her head gently. The siblings lower their heads, smiling awkwardly. Daddy Pig gets healthy. Daddy Pig hasn't been feeling his best lately. So the family decides to help him get healthy again. They start a family fitness week. Wow! Warm-up time.
Woohoo!
Running isn't easy for Daddy Pig. But Peppa cheers him on.
Huh?
Next, some relaxing yoga. Oops, that is a bit too round. They keep trying together. He's doing his best. Healthy food helps too. It's not his favorite, but he gives it a try. Daddy's feeling stronger now. He's proud of his progress. With love and teamwork, they stay healthy together. Let's join the marathon. Today, Peppa and her friends are joining a fun marathon in the sunny park. Everyone is excited to run together. They warm up and stretch, ready for the big race. Even Daddy Pig joins in. Mommy Pig blows the whistle.
Let's go!
And off they go. Peppa runs fast with Susie by her side. George is a little tired, but Peppa cheers him on.
Go!
Peppa stops to help her friend Rebecca Rabbit. Daddy Pig slows down but keeps smiling. Time for a little drink break. Everyone's having fun together. George pedals as fast as he can. They're almost at the finish line. Look, they're finishing together. Everyone gets a shiny medal. Because in Peppa's world, everyone's a winner. Peppa visits the museum. Peppa and her family drive to the big museum on a sunny morning. They park the car and walk excitedly to the entrance. Giant dinosaur statues welcomes them at the gate. Inside, the museum halls are bright and full of wonders. Peppa looks up in awe at the massive dinosaur skeleton. George points and giggles at the dinosaur's big teeth. The family moves to the ancient history section. Old pots, tools, and golden crowns sparkle behind glass. They enter the space gallery filled with stars and planets. Everyone gazes at a model of the solar system. Next is the future technology room with robots. The robot wave as the family walks by.
I love you. Peppa claps happily, watching the robot dance. Daddy Pig laughs, taking pictures of everyone. A bell rings. The museum is about to close. The family slowly walks toward the exit, smiling. Outside, the sun begins to set behind the museum. Peppa waves goodbye. A perfect day of discovery ends. Peppa in art class. It's art time at Peppa's school. Everyone is excited to paint today. Madame Gazelle shows them today's theme, the rainbow. They all pick their favorite colors. Oops! Peppa makes a colorful mess. Susie helps Peppa clean the paint. Danny discovers a new color. Peppa spots a real rainbow. Everyone runs to see it. Peppa gets an idea. She mixes all the colors together and paints a beautiful rainbow. Everyone adds their own touch.
Wow!
Madame Gazelle hangs their masterpiece. They all clap proudly. Peppa giggles at her painty hands. Their classroom is full of laughter. They admire their rainbow art. Peppa's rainbow shines inside and out. Building a fence. Morning in the yard. Soft sunlight falls onto the empty patch of ground in front of the porch. The whole family stands side by side, looking along the edge of the yard, as if imagining a fence that will soon appear. Dad steps forward, bends down, pulls out a measuring tape. Mom stands beside him, holding the end of the tape, adjusting it to keep it straight. The older sister stands behind them, observing the distances, gives a small nod. The younger brother is curious. He grabs the other end of the tape. The tape snaps back sharply with a zip. The boy jumps in surprise, steps back, grins. Dad uses a stick to mark lines on the ground. Mom places wooden stakes along the marks. Dad picks up a hammer and gets ready to drive in the first stake. The hammer slips, drops to the ground. Clack! The whole family freezes. The younger brother bends down to pick up the hammer, hands it to Dad, smiles sheepishly. Dad takes the hammer, drives the stake in. The stake leans slightly. The sister steps forward and straightens it. Dad strikes a few more times. The stake stands firm. Mom hands over a horizontal wooden plank, holds it steady. Dad hammers in the nails. The younger brother runs back and forth, picking up nails, handing them over one by one. A section of the fence slowly takes shape. Curious, the younger brother gently leans against the new fence. The fence shakes slightly. Dad checks it, adds one more hammer strike. The fence becomes sturdier. Finally, the last wooden plank is fixed in place. Dad sets the hammer down, stretches his back. Mom brushes off her hands, looks along the fence. The whole family stands together, looking back at the yard, now clearly marked with a boundary.
Sweet honey. One sunny afternoon, the older sister and her little brother went into the garden to catch butterflies. Suddenly, while chasing a bright yellow butterfly, they unknowingly came close to a beehive hanging from a tree branch. A small noise disturbed the bees, and in an instant they swarmed out, buzzing loudly. Frightened, the sister and brother screamed and ran as fast as they could, their hearts pounding, not daring to stop until they finally reached home. Breathless, they told Dad what had happened. Instead of scolding them, Dad smiled thoughtfully. After a moment, he came up with an interesting idea. He suggested that instead of being afraid of the bees, the family could plant lots of flowers near the beehive, so the bees would have plenty of nectar to collect. That way, the bees would stay busy around the flowers and be less likely to fly around wildly. And in time, the family might even enjoy fresh honey of their own. The next day, the whole family got to work together. Dad dug the soil, Mum planted the seeds, the sister watered the young plants, and the little brother carefully pulled out weeds. Before long, a colourful patch of flowers began to grow beside the beehive. When the flowers bloomed, the bees came buzzing back, gently flying from blossom to blossom, filling the garden with soft humming sounds and a sweet fragrance in the air. One day, Dad carefully collected a small amount so everyone could taste it. The smooth, sweet flavour melted in their mouths, and smiles spread across their faces.
Peppa's Sweet Shop. Peppa and George are opening their very own candy shop. They decorate the shop with balloons and ribbons. Look at all the colorful candies! Oops! George dropped some candy. They clean up together. Their first customer has arrived. Susie picks her favorite cake. George packed the treats carefully.
Oh.
Business is going well. More friends are coming to visit. The candy shop is full of happy customers. Peppa and George are busy serving their friends. The shelves are almost empty. The last cupcake is sold. What a success! Peppa tidies up after a busy day. Everything is sold out. After a busy day, George takes a little rest. The shop closes for the day. And they are proud of their sweet little shop. What a wonderful day at Peppa's Sweet Shop. See you next time.